I know that you do some motivational speaking and you write and so forth. So I wonder, like, if you bring some of that, I don't know, the teacher in you to, if you brought some of that to Paradise with you. I know you connected with Kat, a young,
I decided after the first show, I knew I had some healing work to do. I wasn't quite over my grief, and I knew I was being triggered by some of the meanness that I perceived in that show
Mhm.
with the women, the cattiness, and it affected me in a negative way. It closed me down. So in those 2 years since you've seen me, I did a lot of interpersonal healing. I worked with some healers in Italy, in England. I mean, I really dove in and said, you know, why I didn't blame them. I blame me. What was in me that made me react like this? It's never them. It's always yourself. And
Right,
I hate when people say, well, you made me do this. No one made you do anything. You reacted that way.
right.
And
So
then, and
true.
then in the process, I just, all of me came out. I'm smarter, I'm wiser, I'm bigger, I'm larger, I'm lighter, I'm brighter. And so when I came there to show my true self, my inner child, my sexy self, my spiritual self, and to show you are many things. Don't
Right.
fit yourself into one kind of person or age or this or that. I'm a dichotomy of many, many, many aspects of myself, and I love them all.
Let's talk about you shook things up this week. You gave Jonathan, who's what I think 29, a rose. What inspired you to do that?
When I was standing there looking at all the men, I'm pretty intuitive, and I didn't really feel that my true love, my beloved, who is in a certain age, is in a certain look, isn't, but he wasn't there. And I just felt, I have this rose, I have this power. What
Mhm.
can I do with it that's good? And then I see poor Jonathan, and he's like, and there and then my teacher, guidance counselor tapped in, and I thought, I'm going to give this kid another opportunity to find love. There'll be more people coming, and I'm still in, so I might meet more people too. So
Mhm.
it was a win-win until I saw like Jesse and some of the other people go, and then I thought, oh, what did I do? But I'm still happy I did it. I'm still happy.
Yes. You said about Jonathan that you wanted others to have the chance to see in him what you see in him. So tell us, what do you see in Jonathan that you think others are missing?
I think that he's not arrogant in so much like when he's hesitant or when he doesn't know. I think he's shy. I
Mm.
think he hasn't found his mate yet. I think maybe he's quiet. Everyone has a different personality. Maybe he's not wham bam, thank you, ma'am. I think he tries to pretend he is, but I
Yeah.
think there's a lot more deeper there that needs to be investigated and not the younger girls like to be, of course, wined and dined and manipulated. And I like a little bad boy myself. But,
Mhm.
bad boys aren't always the best boys.
Right.
I can attest to that.
Okay, so you kissed Jack, let's see, Lencioni as
Like,
well, right? So
yeah.
where do things stand with Jack? Was
Yeah.
he
He really saved me after I had that kind of upsetting discussion with Kim. I don't know if you remember that. And I got up and Jack was waiting there and he moved right in. And I thanked him for coming because he kind of like rescued me, which I really loved, and it made me
right?
feel good. And then he kissed me. And I think our lifestyles are just different. I think our values are just different. And you hear unfortunately a lot of things, but once again, I just tap into my soul and I go with it.
Mm.
Um, it might not always look right, but for me, whether it comes out positive or negative, it's always a really good lesson. And I
Right.
have no regrets on what I did. But yeah, he's a very nice guy.
So Kathy said, "I love April, but she's living in Cougar Town."
I wish.
Now, I don't know if you remember that TV show with Courtney Cox.
Yeah, I think I could be that. I'm looking for an agent in New York, so I'm ready for the next gig. I love to make people laugh. That is my I get so much joy when I see a giggle on your face. That makes my whole day. I can go all day on a giggle. A
You're a feisty fairy, I think is what you called yourself.
I am a feisty fairy. Someone did my soul energy, and we're all energy, and half came out fae, and the other half came out nymph. Well, we know what a nymph is. And then my astrological was done in Berkeley, California from this guru, and he goes, "Oh, can I keep this chart?" And I'm like, "I don't know what, I don't know what Ayurvedic is." He goes, "I've never seen this before. You have the same first house as Marilyn Monroe." And I went, "There you go." So ready to be the Marilyn Monroe of my age group. I
Right.
just got to find the right person to believe in me.
All right, so take me back. So you got the call saying, "Hey, how would you like to go to Bachelor in Paradise?" What was your reaction? And were you thinking that there's a better chance at finding love there?
Yeah, I thought when I hadn't really been once again investing in a lot of the Paradise shows, so I started watching them before I decided, and I thought, wow, there's a bigger selection here. I really may find the one because I'm not doing too great on my own, and plus, I would have really liked to go back and see the girls. So, and I thought this, oh God, this is another growing experience. Dare I grow again? So I thought, yeah, let's do it. I'm in. I'm in. So it was once again one of the highlights that will be of this decade for me.
Was there anyone in particular you hoped you would bump into there? Anyone that you
Yeah,
sort of
Kathy. I really wanted to see Kathy. I'm very close to Leslie.
Mhm.
Natasha, I really like all of them, but Kathy and I really um, mended our ways. We hugged, we kissed. You know how you decide, I'm going to be this person's friend, and vice versa. We're all a little crazy. We all have our ups and downs. I'm going to jump in here and take all of them. And when you decide to do that, then you can call yourself a true friend. It's really not a lot about ifs and buts, but it's just like, this is just how we are. This is how we roll. And I think Kathy and I did that on the show. And we still talk all the time. Like she
Yeah,
told me
that's
about the
great.
Cougar line. Yeah, very nice.
I don't know what happens in episode 4 coming up. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know. Is there a Can you tease? Is there any sort of romantic connection between you and Jonathan? I think you made a little flirty remark to him at one point in the past, saying, "My room's right over here if you need anything." Um, you are a feisty fairy, so I don't know what are we going to see?
Well, actually, you have to wait and see, but I will tell you, did not say what he heard. I was alluding to something from Peter Pan, which was second star to the right, straight on till morning. That's where you'll find me.
Ah,
So when I saw that on the screen, I'm like, is that what typical men, 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 men. I was going to spank him, not in a good way. I'm like, second star to the right, straight on till morning. That's where you'll find me. I'm a fairy. We talk
what do you
very.
think about Mel Owens as the new Golden Bachelor?
I am, um, sadly, this is not an issue about him. This is a cultural issue. I face it all the time. I feel very bad that my persona is based on my birth certificate and many others. Um, that minimizes who I am and makes me feel like maybe these people are shallow. Maybe they're not looking for, maybe they're just looking for the icing on the cake, you
Mhm.
know? And there's a lot more to someone than the icing on the cake. There's the cake, and I'm the cake. I'm a soul, I'm a being, I'm loving. Also, women older are more patient, kinder, more settled, more adoring. I, I, I think it's an issue that has probably been going on since the beginning of time, and unfortunately, I don't know what to say about it, but I will be watching to take care of my girls and see what they are doing on the show. I wish them the very best. But yes, it makes me mad.